Hey guys, welcome to LG Overdrive. This is episode 3. With me today, I have Bristolainen.
How's it going, everybody?
Also with me, I have Notorious Obese.
Hey guys, how you doing?
And returning to the show this season, we have I'm Faces.
Yo.
So we're going to kick it off this week, and we're going to talk about teams that were hot. And we had Binghamton going 7-1-1 in the Eastern Atlantic Division. So we'll send it over to Faces. He'll talk about Binghamton a bit.
All right, Binghamton. Honestly, going 7-1-1 against our division is not a huge accomplishment. There's no good teams in our division. Everybody's kind of shit in the bed. I mean, they're all sitting around 500, and then there's like me and us and Providence sitting at the top. So, I mean, good for them for not choking against us in our division. But like, they only had, I think, 2, maybe 3 hard games this week, and they dropped one of them. So, they didn't even drop one of them to the hard teams. They lost to Hershey and St. John's. But they did beat Rochester in double OT, and then they beat us 6-4. So, it's a good week.
Rochester.
They were double OT. Double OT,
Okay.
5 games.
Heartbreaker.
It sucks when you go to you play 2 games basically and you lose.
Yeah.
But yeah, their team's all performing well too. Everybody's up in the 20s except for probably the most notable forward in Reebok. He's 11 points in 8 games. That's fucking awful for Reebok standards. He's usually way up there in points, so that's kind of, I don't know if his connections got worse, if he moved or something, but damn.
It's that Swedish summer connection.
Yeah, I don't know if like all the girls go back home to Sweden for the summer.
I was going to say, all the female interference.
But yeah, no, they're a good team. We'll probably make playoffs. They're leading the whole East right now, so it's kind of to be expected at this point of them.
Darcy's like 14-2-1 in net after coming back from Ottawa last season.
Fucking shutting kids down.
Yeah, Darcy's a hot potato right now.
Is he playing sober or is he playing drunk? That's my question.
He doesn't know what the word sober means, man. We already had that discussion.
This is true.
My sources say he's still sober. He's been checking in with his coach.
Sober for Darcy's 3 beers in. That's weird.
Well, okay, but that maybe or may not be, but he's still sober by his standards. He can blow and still drive, so he's sober enough.
He's not doing a lot of blowing during LG games, let me tell you that.
All right, we're going to send it over to Risto with our second team, and that is Texas, going 6-2-1 this week.
All right, so with Texas, to be fair, they did play the division that they're in with myself, which is arguably, not really arguably, it's the easiest division probably, let's be honest here. So
30 points for first place, 22 for 8th place. Let's go.
Yeah, Bucks in there too, I forgot. So yeah, so to be fair, they're a good week. It was well earned though, to be honest. Like they turned it around from their very horrific first couple weeks, I believe. Yeah, looking at it now, they had 2 pretty rough first weeks.
They did, yeah.
And they ended up only dropping 3 games this week to Bakersfield, Iowa, and Stockton. I kind of expected them to beat Bakersfield in a way, but Bakersfield does have that one hotline with Zach on it. I know they gave us the shit when they played us, but Texas is beating the goals. San Antonio as well. I wonder if that is the good old Mayor Topcat line. Actually, it was not. I forgot Mayor Topcat only plays the hard or the easy teams. My apologies.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, their team is 2-15-1 outside of the Mayor line, so.
Yeah, that's a little bit rough there. I don't know what's going on down there. Maybe he just maybe it's the availability that does that.
No, it's not.
Well, yeah, they lost to Stockton. I'm not sure if that was Bucks line or not. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, it was actually Bucks line. They ended up they actually had 2 ECUs in that game, and they only lost by 2, so that's not too shabby, I guess.
Oh yes. I remember that good now.
I guess Buck can talk about that one a little bit more, maybe.
No, because I was mad because I had to wait 25 minutes for that game to start.
Oh, fun.
I wrote a little bit about Dallas this week in my article there with Wooly 11 going 3-0-0. I guess he's now become like a permanent fixture on that team, if I can read it right. So he's a part of that turnaround. Looks like they're getting some solid goaltending. Hit some pretty nice stats. So made my TC heroes this week. So
I didn't read it all. There was a TC Hero section.
There is
Yeah,
a
it's
TC
TC
Hero
Heroes.
section.
It's 2 straight weeks now.
I imagine.
believe you didn't
I
read it
imagine
for
you get to the
Reese's.
part where you're not mentioning. You're like, "Fuck this!
Yeah.
I ain't
Sorry.
reading
And the
this."
worst
shit."
part is,
Closed it.
the worst part is Tag Team Heroes is right after TC Heroes, so he never knows he could have been in Tag Team. But I mean,
Please. I went
They're
5-0 and Tater went 0-3-1. There's no tag team. It's a backpack.
I may have to add that section in for you.
God
the
damn.
backpack section.
The backpack, and it'll be Dora the Explorer's music playing in the background.
Oh, God. All right, we're
I
gonna move.
I don't know. Texas is weird. They don't really have any top players. They're kind of
They
just
have Junior Hawk.
they have like Junior Hawk and that's it.
Yep.
Like they have Coates and Hosa for Prezi used to be good, but aside from that, they have absolutely nobody.
Quick breaking news: Vahey has been placed on waivers.
Shocker.
Yeah.
The breaking news.
It's not breaking news.
Breaking
It's Toronto. They should all be on waivers.
Oh shit. All right, we're gonna move on to teams that were not hot this week. I'm gonna send it over to Notorious Obese, and we got Ontario going 2-7-0.
Yeah. The last place Ontario Reign, they were stinking it up this week. Another person I wrote about in my goalie article was that Con v Tipsy. He had a terrible week at 1-3, but the team itself went 2-7 on the week. They managed to beat Bakersfield and San Antonio on Sunday, and after that, it was just garbage, straight hot garbage rolling through Ontario. I believe they had on the week 14 goals for and 39 against in 9 games, which is a pretty terrible stat, and that's pretty telling as to what's happening there. Like, they're not generating any offense. I don't know if they're not getting attack zone or what the case is, but there's a problem, and it's definitely a firepower problem. So yeah, there's some issues going on over there in Ontario. Maybe they will get it righted, but I don't know.
Fair enough. Yeah, I remember Ontario's kind of top tier
I don't
for
know.
our division
I don't know
before
what's
this week, anyways.
I don't know what's worse, the fact that they went 2-7 or the fact that they went 2-7 and they're still not last place in the West.
I mean, it's hard to beat Iowa.
Yeah, and Milwaukee is down there, but like how? I just
Yeah.
They're last in their division, but give them a little more time. I'm sure they can work their way down to that first round draft pick, number 1 overall. If
they're
they just
still
keep
only
doing what they're
3
doing.
points back of a 4 points back of a playoff spot. That's awful.
But that's the Western Pacific. Like, we're all pretty weak. So it's not,
I play that division next week. I can't wait to laugh at Mayer when he doesn't play us.
I know. I called him out already for it too.
It's gonna be great.
Because he's got a 1-game suspension, so he probably put it against you guys.
That's great.
All right, I'm gonna move on to my team. The team that was not hot is Bridgeport, going 1-8. But it's not just this week going 1-8; it's the entire season. They got 4 wins, 21 losses, and 2 overtime losses. They've got a total of 10 points so far this season. Their only win this week came against Albany. They won 3-2 against a line of 2 TC forwards and a third liner. So not much to say there. They got smashed by like most teams they played, except for Hartford. Hartford only beat them by 2 goals.
Don't ask.
But again, Faces played in that game. So
Our
go Patrick
wins
Willard there.
are either blowout wins or we just barely squeak by.
But they're definitely, like, Bridgeport's definitely following in the footsteps of Lang last season. I think Lang had 11 wins total last season. So 4 wins after 3 weeks. They're on pace for 11 again.
Hey,
They may need to get a voodoo witch doctor in there in Bridgeport, clear out the demons, sacrifice a chicken or something, because they're having issues.
No, man. Faithful said he was just keeping Lang's seat warm.
Yes, fucking Sound Tigers. It's more like the Paper Tigers.
Yeah,
Paper mache over there.
just blowing through them.
Back in my day, that team had like me and Lan Moran on it. It was great. So let's just make Bridgeport great again, you know?
Sounds like a
Bridgeport,
project.
great. I think they need to move.
Bridgeport needs an enema.
I know. I mean, the only way they get better is if we move them to your division.
I
Our
think
division's
Bridgeport,
also shit.
Bridgeport needs to relocate to another city where they have hockey talent, aka a second Rockford team, maybe. All right,
Go wrong with the second Rockford.
we'll move on to players that were hot this week. Gonna send it over to Faces with our forward that was hot. It was Scopes from Wilkes-Barre Scranton going 3-0, 12 goals, 7 assists, 19 points, and a plus 16.
My boy Scopes is a goalie, and I don't understand how he is lighting teams up. I played with him at forward when he was in Milwaukee. He would just get tired of goalie and refuse to do anything but play forward, and it worked. Like it was just bad goals there. So it's surprising to say the least because I played with him in the preseason as well in the club, and it was just shit on him. I don't know, man. He's doing really well. He's one of the best players in the league right now, apparently, and good for him. Good for him. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I've played with him before, and he's a decent left winger, but I didn't think he'd be decent enough to be top 10 scoring in the entire
Absolutely.
league.
Yeah,
Does anyone know who he's playing with on his line?
I can't remember exactly who his line mates are.
I'm pretty sure they switch it up every game.
Yeah,
They don't
pretty
really
much.
have set lines.
Okay, so it's just random. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Most of the time, yes.
He's
Maybe there's
magical,
a-
maybe.
Maybe it's a newfound talent.
Scopes is magical.
I know he played with Chenzo this week for a couple games, which Chenzo's pretty good too. So
Chenzo's pretty good, but to put up that many points in a week, it's not just Chenzo.
well, Chenzo put up 16 himself. So
Faces, are you saying he may be on PEDs or something? Is that a
I
claim?
think he took a couple shots before the games. Let's just say that.
Interesting.
What the fuck?
Everybody watch the news feed this week. See if there's any random drug testing that comes up. You know who to go see.
I'm gonna send Titus their way.
Who's the face? Who's the face of drug testing in LG?
No, it's me.
Tris. All right, we'll move on to our defenseman of the week. Coming from Toronto, we have G.I. Joe Destro, who is 3-0 with 1 goal, 6 assists, 7 points, and a plus 14. Send you over to Risto there.
All right, so first thing we're going to bring up right off the bat, and everyone can talk about this one, not just myself. Toronto beat Syracuse 13-0. So
Was G.I. Joe in that game?
yes, sir. He was a plus 12 with 4 points in that game, so that's pretty good for him there. But let's just think about this. I believe last week or the week before, Toronto lost 13-0 to Texas. I think it was.
No, yes, Texas.
Yeah.
it was Texas.
Pretty sure it was Texas. So
Yeah.
they flipped the stage here a little bit, and I believe this one was without Jerome, and last week it was with Jerome when they lost 13-0. So I don't know if there's something going on there.
Yeah, there's something going on. Jerome sucks. The guy that they won 13-0 with doesn't.
Herring the Fish is his name.
Okay, I've heard of him, I think.
I'm pretty sure he beat me out for goalie of the week too.
And if I'm
It's
not
okay.
mistaken,
Toronto just traded the forward that got like 11 points in that game too. They
Was it
traded the
Drouin?
other Druin. Yeah, they traded the other Druin.
if I'm not mistaken as well, Herring the Fish, Winnipeg boy, just like myself. Way to go, Herring.
And also to talk about his week, he ended up beating, I believe it's Albany's better line. I was told, at least by Faces. I wasn't too sure if that was their best line or not.
The
The
Dan
Wolves
Hutton
is
line.
their first line. There's no doubt about it.
Slash Fan, and I believe it was I'm
Dan
looking at
Hutton.
well, Dan Hutton.
Yeah, the Hutton, Bolt, and that line's their first line. Who else would you put on the first line on that team?
Not Dan Hutton.
Well, I mean, it's summer season. That's the only reason he's first line.
Okay. So that's
Damn, that's
Another
rough
thing,
coming out
I
there.
forgot to bring this up when we were talking about Scopes. He had a really easy week for scheduling, so that could have a big effect on it. He played Syracuse. He put up 7 points against Syracuse. Bridgeport, he only put up 4 there, but he did beat Providence
He put up
10-3.
Put up 8 on Providence.
Yeah, so that's pretty good in itself, but he's still pretty easy week.
Yeah, because he played with Welder against Providence.
Yeah.
And then he
And
played
I was
Vincenzo.
playing with Mulder earlier. Mulder's pretty good at the game, so.
Yeah,
All
Welder's
right.
definitely a solid player. I've played with him. I've at least versed him a couple times before. I don't know about played with him as much.
Him and Sharp were making kids look stupid earlier. It was fun.
It's always fun making kids look stupid.
It was
We're going to move on to our goalie of the week, and Notorious being the master goalie analyst himself, is going to talk about the great I'm Faces from Hartford going 5-0, facing 40, having 46 saves with a 1.76 goals against average and an 83.6 save percentage.
He's been waiting for this. He's been politicking hard to get his name mentioned by myself, so I will do it because I'm a team guy. Faces had a really good week. Now some are saying, mostly Faces, that he should have been mentioned in the article this week. It didn't happen. He got the mention the first week. I'm spacing out the mentions, or else it's going to be a little bit boring if you read the same thing every week. So, but he knows, and everybody else knows because of him now, he had a good week. He went 5-0. Had some very nice stats, as Buck already mentioned, and has been very surprising. And I'm going to be honest, I did not expect you to have as good a season as you've been having.
Neither did I.
But then again, I don't know if you've ever played goalie before.
I haven't. I didn't even have a team helmet before the season began.
So I don't know if, again, there's something going on there. You've got some sort of sensei on the side that's teaching you all the ways of the goaltending. If perhaps Hartford's defense is just that good and they're bailing you out constantly, I don't know. But you've turned in a really good season. I don't know what you have here. What is it? 3, 6, 11? 11, 2-1? Does that sound right?
Yeah,
I think it's 11-1-1.
11-1-1? Okay.
Like that.
So pretty good season, right? Like, I don't know.
I mean,
Something
Tatar went
in the water in Hartford, I guess. Apparently, he has just grabbed onto and stripped away that starting position. Tatar or Tater, or I don't know what he's calling himself. I'm going to go with
Mr.
Tatar.
Winless in week 3.
Had a bad week, yeah. So it looks like
3-1.
Tater
Actually,
went
to be fair,
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Tater had like an 80 save percentage. It was
I was just going to say
no
that too.
offense in the games with him.
it's tough to lose those games.
3.73.
I played with the same lines that Tater did, like the games after, and they would just light it up with me. So I kept telling him.
So he was warming them up and you were finishing them off. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically.
Oh. But yeah, congratulations to you. Had a great week. Should have got the mention in the article, but you're getting it now. And you got like 3 minutes of airtime all about you. So you got to be pretty happy about that.
And honestly, I still don't get the fact that Faces went 5-0 and had 46 saves with the same stats as the guy who went first in the LG Power Rankings, who went 3-0 with 22 saves, faced like 26 shots over 3 games.
Shots. Yeah, 26. Yeah.
Some serious corruption going on here at LG. You got to dig into that.
I guess
he's on my team. I think 2 of his games he was with me, man. My defense is just so elite. He's only getting 22 shots.
He got like what, 8 shots a game on average? I'm rattled.
Something like that.
3 games, you shouldn't even be like consideration for goalie of the week. You're a backup. Sit down.
Oh shit! All right, we're gonna move on to our notable events this week. As Rista already mentioned, we had Syracuse losing 13-0 to Toronto. But as also was previously mentioned, Toronto lost 13-0 last week to Texas. So, I guess it's the goalie situation. I guess having their GM in net, losing 13-0, and then having their backup going in net, and then winning 13-0. There's a big confidence boost in that backup herring the fish plays. Clearly, he's pretty good because he got a shutout, and Jerome led 13 goals.
Maybe the pattern is getting your ass handed to you one week, you rebound, and you have a great week the next one. So maybe if you're a betting man, you put some money down on Syracuse to have a great week next week.
That's
no. You're gonna save that money. Yeah, take that $10, put it back in your pocket. You probably do better that way.
Fair enough.
I just don't understand these teams. Like, you're bad, but then you go out and you light up a bad team, and then the next week you just completely get shit on.
What are you trying to say? My team is bad, and then we went up and lit up San Jose 10-1 on Thursday.
That's San Jose though.
Yeah, but that's us being a bad team lining up another bad team.
It makes no sense to me. Like, I don't understand how you can even lose by 13 goals and not score at least once, let alone like I have another bad team light you up. That's just horrible.
That's bad. Moving on for our second notable event, it's more of a question. Is it the Cleveland Monsters or is it the Cleveland Unicorns? That's my question.
It's the Unicorns.
Unicorns?
They're mystical until they win a game, and then it's just chirp central.
Yeah, they just magically show up at games, they win them, and then they disappear again?
Yeah. Well, sometimes they lose them.
That's fair enough, yeah. Victorious?
And then they won't even come in the chat box if they lose them.
I'm gonna go with a sort of a hybrid of a monster unicorn, because they are somewhat mythical in the fact that nobody really sees them or knows about them. Well, some do, but some don't. Like, it really depends on what side of the fence you're on and what you believe in. So I think they're like this really horrible, disgusting, dirty, smelly monster, but it's got like this beautiful like rainbow mane and a majestic horn on it, and it flies through the sky. But
do they fucking shit rainbows too?
you know what? I have not witnessed them shit at all, but they do eat Skittles constantly. So I don't know if that is what causes.
You did go to the Syracuse after party last year when they won the cup. It's the same team basically.
It basically is, yeah. But that was a different time and a different era. Things are different now. They've shifted the party down to Cleveland. It's a little dirtier down there, so they get the monster going on. So I'm gonna go with hybrid. Unicorn monster.
Resto?
You know what? I don't know what to go with this, to be honest. Like, I know not a lot of people are big fans of them, but I don't really know what to do. So I'm gonna go with neither.
Oh shit. Neither. So we got unicorns, hybrid, and neither.
They can't be monsters because there's no reason to be afraid of them.
I mean, they lost to Bridgeport.
Yeah, they lost to
One of
us.
4 losses. Wins that Bridgeport has was against Cleveland. So that's just pointing that out there right now. All right, and my last topic is the second AGM for Syracuse, Officer Nasty. He is single-handedly ruining Syracuse's season. He says he makes he's made 2 trades so far. He's made several more than just 2. But in the past 2 weeks combined, he's had 16 different waiver wire claims or drop downs or something like that. And the other management are complaining about him. He's also gotten a couple of movements via the waiver wire that have made the roster illegal, causing suspensions and penalties for his team. Thoughts on that?
I don't know why he's doing it.
Is he a moron? Is he a moron, or is it just that team is such a shit show right now? Nobody wants to be there, so they're making it difficult for him to run the team. There's 2 sides to every story.
He's just straight moron.
I was playing club with someone today, and I was playing Friday the 13th, and they were telling me how in season 25 he was a GM for all of 5 days because he just purposely started trading people and running the team into the ground because he didn't want to do it, and he got removed 5 days later. And this is basically the exact same fucking thing. Maj placed a claim on somebody, and as soon as it expired, Nasty was like, "Oh, I don't like that guy," and waived him right away, and that caused the league warning. And then he's caused all of their problems. Every single warning Syracuse has gotten, it's because of him.
Does anyone know how old he is?
He acts like he's 6.
Yeah,
but does anyone actually know? Is he a young teenager? Is he in his 20s?
I've heard him. I've been in parties with him before, before the season, the off season. He didn't sound overly older, but I don't know. I think he's probably teenager, I would think. I don't know though. I hope I hope I'm not wrong. If I'm wrong, that's gonna be really awkward, but it's whatever.
It always brings me to the thought that anybody at a certain age shouldn't be running a team. You need to have a certain amount of adultness to you to run a team, because you're responsible for other people's evenings and their weeks and their level of fun, right? And if you're a complete fucking douchebag and you can't figure out how to run a team, don't run a team. Quit jumping in.
100% right. You're 100% right. Who's gonna listen to a kid that's 3 years younger than him. Telling them what to
Exactly.
do, you
Unless
know?
unless they're B major, because B major's a boss.
Yeah,
Well,
unless
I'm
they're
17
mature,
and people
unless they're
respect me
mature.
for the most part.
Yeah, because you're mature for your age. Like, he's just not. If I was on his team, I wouldn't listen to a single thing he says.
What's something he was saying in the chat box earlier tonight, Faces? About
Uh,
voting for Clinton over voting for me if he had the choice for
Yeah,
president.
even though you're Canadian. Figure
And
that
I'm
one out.
20 years old and with no political experience or
Like, I'm pretty sure everybody
knowledge of
votes.
American political.
Unless you own a reality show, I'm pretty sure I would vote for Clinton too.
Yeah, I'd actually be really interested to see how old he is because he's either like my age, like somewhat young, or he's old.
Yeah.
No, man, because like even old people like that are in this league, they take it more seriously than the young guys. Like it just, he's young.
I know I'm living for it. So
And I know their whole management team is actually pretty young though on that team.
Yeah. And
Like
the best part is,
Maj is like 12 or 13, I think.
Really?
best part about
According to the management chat, what he says there.
yeah, he's young too. But he was in the chat box earlier spewing shit about how he ruined his LG career and his season by taking management with Covey. It's like, no, you ruined 17 people's seasons because you're a douchebag.
Basically.
that's what I'd be more concerned about.
Like he already got removed for this type of shit in season 25. I don't even understand why someone would think about giving him a management spot again. Like,
That's a 3 strikes you're out system, I guess. I don't know.
well, I mean, only if your name's Dan Hutton.
Ken Hutton's gotten 3 strikes.
And now he's out. There you go.
Boom. It took him 2 and he already struck out. He got back and took the 3rd strike right away.
Not even a week.
Yep.
Good old Dan Hutton. You can always rely on him.
Always rely on Dan Hutton. All right. Anything that you guys want to shout out this week? Faces.
No, I mean, shout out to the shitty teams who are toughing it out. You know, keep trucking. It's summer season. It's not fun, but whatever. Just do what you gotta do. It's only a couple more weeks.
All right. Bristow, we'll go to you.
I don't have any shout outs. Just everyone's. I guess there hasn't been too much drama this season so far, other than the Cleveland stuff and Syracuse. So I guess that's a good thing. That's a positive.
Fair enough. Notorious.
I would like to echo what Faces said as well. I agree. Those guys that are having shitty seasons, keep going. Thank you very much. Play the games. It makes it worth it for the rest of us as well. And my actual shout out will go to Faces because I'm just so sorry for what I did to you this week and just completely disregarding you.
Putting myself in the Stockton game now, just fucking.
I feel bad. I feel really bad. So I'm gonna try and make it up to you.
Don't feel bad, buddy. It's fine. I just like to troll.
I have a shout out to the Bogs so far for dealing with all the suspensions and rulings and game overturns that they're trying to like sort out properly for everyone. There was a lot so far this season, a lot more than they were expecting, and I think anyone was expecting. So it's good to know that they're on top of it all, and they're doing the best that they can do for that. I also just found out that Nasty is 28 years old.
Wow, that is interesting.
That's sad.
Shocking.
In that case, then you Nasty are a fucking retard. Get your shit together.
Pretty much.
For real, buddy.
I can already tell you his response as, I have better things to do with my life. I don't give a fuck.
No, his
Please go
response
do
to
it.
that is he's gonna say reported and Notorious, and he's gonna complete an action center thing.
That's
And he'll
okay.
get laughed at.
Yeah, so.
That's okay.
Pretty sure Brody just put on blast that you shouldn't make action center reports for stupid shit. So I mean, he can go ahead, push Brody's buttons. I double dare you, bitch. Go ahead.
Without further ado, thank you guys for watching to episode 3. We'll catch you guys next week for episode 4. And have a great week, guys.